This is my breakdown of Hamzah Sheeraz versus Liam Williams in a fight that was Shiraz's big step-up fight, right? This is going to make him a contender in the middleweight division, in a division lacking talent, and Hamzah Sheeraz is the sight for sore eyes. The one thing you notice is his height, right? His height and his length. And with guys like that, the one thing it'd be an issue is like how much is their reflexes, their brain connecting to their limbs to where they can react. And the beautiful thing with Sheeraz is he reacts right away. If you look at his feet, they're very active. And if you look at his hands and his feet, they coordinate together. They react very fast. He's not a guy with delay from his brain to his hands and his feet. They are reacting very well. He also has a very good stance as far as his hands. Look at his hand placement. His hand placement is key because it takes away a lot of delay. There's not coming from his hip. It's not on his chest. His hands are in front of him, similar to like De La Hoya-esque. There's some De La Hoya-esque things I see with Hamzah Sheeraz, especially like his active feet, his hand placement where they're in front of him. So they're there to block, right? They're also distant from his face, so you're not getting shots in just clearly. You're going to touch his hands, but you're going to give him a time to react. And with that much height in the weight class, he's going to need maybe a little bit extra time. The smart thing is to give him some little extra time to react. But his hands and his feet and just the way he keeps them out, he's able to get shots off faster. And when you step in on him, you're not only stepping in on his range, but you're stepping in on a shot right in front of your face. And that's what this is right here. Look at Williams steps in and bam, look at right away, right? Just right, that alone just changes everything that Williams thinks in this fight. That one step in is going to make him question everything. Bam. Okay, so then he's stuck at range, right? So look at Sheeraz's feet. Sheeraz's feet are constantly moving. This is the one thing I said about Benavidez. People say Benavidez has bad feet, but they're constantly active. I think Benavidez's feet are kind of like underrated in a way, but this is what the same thing with Sheeraz. Look at his feet. They're moving. They're taking inch, right? That keeps them in position. That's how you earn it. Some guys have fast twitch. They can stay planted and then step out quickly. He right here is just steady. This is steady movement. This is discipline. This is knowing. It's like when you're driving a car, right? And driving a car on the freeway and you give a car 2 car lanes, right? And you can feel when you're getting too close, right? You know how to keep 2 car lengths when you're driving. That's what he's doing. He's driving right now, and he's keeping the length that he needs. He has so much feel for it that he's able to keep the range he needs. His jab is very effective, too. A lot of power in that jab. I'm telling you, I see De La Hoya things with him. The jab and the left hook, so devastating. And the power he gets in his jab is in this fight. But I think a lot of it is, too, because of he's punching down, right? And he's punching stiff. His elbow is locking when he throws that jab, so it adds a lot of power to it. You're running into like those guys that have like the when they run with the horses and they have the poles and they put it in the guy's chest. That's exactly what it is, and that's why he dropped Liam Williams there. That jab, if it could keep that power with the length and keeping his reach and keeping it in front of him like that, it's gonna be trouble for guys. Guys are not gonna be able to get in on this. Like, this is gonna take excellent head movement, fast feet to cover this range. With this guy might be able to take over the middleweight division pretty easily. Honestly, with the level of talent you have, this might be pretty easily for him. And everything is like, there's no delay, and the jab is active. The hook is active. Like, the way he responds when you make a move, he's not delaying. And if you make a mistake, he gets stuck in range like he did right there. He made him pay right away and double left hook. It wasn't like, one shot. No, boom, boom. He's making you pay when you're in the range. So you can't get in the range. You got to be all the way out. Well, then I got to get in to score. Well, I can't, because every time I step in, he's punching me. And then if he stay moving backwards, he jabs his way in. Everything is constantly working. He's constantly flowing into offense, defense, and the range. You are thinking constantly. He's constantly got you in pressure. That jab hurts him again. That one jab, bam, right there, right? Because he's not waiting. He's not allowing you to dictate anything. Everything he's dictating. If you respond, you step forward, he steps backwards, puts a shot on you. You step back, he steps in with a jab. He's putting something on you the whole time. This is an impressive performance. Now, Liam Williams is, of course, the back end of his career, he was never a great fighter. He was a competitive guy with some like Andrade and competitive Eubank, but no one ever done this to him, right? And like I said, I know he's an older guy, was on his way out, but still an impressive performance from a guy that is been in there with tough competition and has seen a lot of looks. But this is something else. You can see it in his face, like, this is something else. What he's doing to him here is something else. And look at that. That's just the movement. It's so important. Just the movement. Then the jab. Like, he's constantly reacting. He's constantly keeping you thinking about what he's going to do. Jab again, left hook. Bah, bah. See, as soon as he's in the range, see, he jabs when he's at range, far. Boom. Okay, he steps in. Bah. he jabs, right? Okay, guy covers it, gets into his range. Like, he's going to jab. Okay, get out of my spot. Pop, pop, stay there. I'm going to hit you with the left hook. It's just with the attributes he has. It's just the things that you can do with those attributes and the way he's reacting with his hands and feet and his coordination and his reaction and the speed he's reacting and the steadiness he's reacting. This is going to make him a complete problem for basically everyone in boxing. I think this guy's going to run the middleweight division. I think this is a guy to watch, and I think that this is someone to get very excited for, especially if you're from the UK. I think that they've been maybe lacking talent. Well, this is the guy that they could get behind.